What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another trading analytics video. So, looking at the market overall, we've had some major moves the last few days. None bigger than the ticker we're looking at right now, and that's Tesla. Tesla's up 90% in the last 3 months and 20% in the last 5 days. So, what is causing that massive rip, right? Looking at the ticker, you can see here that it was a combination of things. You had the election news, you had the positive sales numbers from Tesla, Elon not getting in trouble and tweeting some crazy stuff, but overall it's been a Tesla bull's dream the last few days. And actually, over in our Discord server, as you guys know, we actively trade Tesla. We actually took it in our challenge several times, our 1K to 10K account challenge that I've mentioned in many previous videos, which are actually about 60 to 70% of the way done with. We should look to have that done by the end of the month. Link to the Discord is in the description of this video, as well as our channel bio. You can see some of our previous returns popping up here on the screen as we speak. But let's get back to Tesla. Looking at Tesla, one of the things that we were talking about today on our server was the fact that we were range trading on the 15-minute between 400 and 409 all morning for the first hour. Once we got the breakout of 409, then it was smooth sailing upwards for Tesla. And what happened? We got the break, got the hourly candle close above, and we absolutely ripped, closing the day at 424, putting a new all-time high close on the record for Tesla and setting the stage for continued highs all the way up to potentially 440 with no next resistance or trend lines on the ticker until that zone. So we'll see how it goes with Tesla. I do think this is going to be a bull's dream for the next few weeks. Just continue to trade the upside and watch the price action. It's going to give you what you want, no matter. There might be some volatility, but it's going to be all good. Next thing I want to jump over to is another chart that we have actually played in our server. We're actually in an active trading this in our challenge right now, and that is Microsoft. So let's jump over here and look at the Microsoft daily chart. Right, looking at the daily chart on Microsoft, you can actually see here that we had a trend line bounce off the weekly trend line, broke through on an inverted head and shoulders neckline break, and we got a candle close above a key level of 440. Not only did we get the candle close above 440, we survived the retest twice, and that to me puts that 446 or 456 target on Microsoft well within range. And pretty much what that's going to do is look to test the downtrend line from the previous all-time highs of 468. So I do think that we're going to retest that. We probably will reject because 456 is a pretty important trend line to hold. But I am a firm believer that in the next few weeks, we're actually going to break through the 456 zone and establish a new all-time high on Microsoft, even if it's just for a little bit before the end of the year. So again, looking at what everything the chart is saying, the bullish candles activity, the look of the buyers to sellers in terms of the option chain and the order flow is strongly signaling a push to the upside as well. Not to mention we have some pretty decent bullish patterns forming on the ticker also. So I think with this bullish engulfing candle we just got on the daily that we're going to look to close even higher on Microsoft before the end of the week, and we could probably hit that 456 target before end of trading day close tomorrow. That's the ideal hope. So looking at that, again, we're in active trading this in our 1K to 10K challenge. Should this pan out to where I am targeting at that 456 zone, we will be about 80% done with the challenge, with the target being done with that right before Christmas. So I mean, we're on a record pace right now. We're already in week 3 of the challenge. We're up 600%. So let's keep rolling. Link to the Discord again is in the server and the description of this video as well as our channel bio. So make sure y'all check that out. Next thing and the last thing I'm going to show you. Actually, I'll show you 2 more things. Is Zoom. This is actually another trade we have actively in our 1K 10K challenge video. So we have Microsoft and Zoom active currently. And you can see here, we took this off of a pretty strong daily candle here. But if you actually look, you see on the hour exactly why we took it. So we got a nice inverted head and shoulders pattern forming on the hourly. We got a breakthrough of a key level here at $85. And my target in the short term is at $88 because that would represent a closure of both gaps that we had formed a few days ago, a few weeks ago, I should say, shortly after the massive rip that the ticker had prior to Thanksgiving. So again, I think $88 is a pretty reasonable assumption to have on Zoom. assuming all the buyers continue to hold the levels that we've outlined for that. Finally, the last ticker I want to take a look at here is actually the chart that I am most interested in going into next week, and that is Apple. So, first thing first, you're taking a look at Apple. You look at here on the hourly time frame. You see that we're retesting a pretty important level at 246. If we hold 246, as we've been doing the last few trading sessions, we've been bouncing and retesting from these zones, then I think that that's going to put an upward test of this downtrend line here at 250 in the cards. And that being said, if you take a glance out on the longer time frames, the one day you'll see exactly what I'm talking about here. And what we're looking at is a pretty solid bull flag break building off of a double bottom neckline break from a previous trend line that extends for a few weeks back all the way into August and July of this year. So with this trend line being attacked and remaining the levels remaining, I do think that this bull flag is going to hold and break out with this massive engulfing candles that we've had, following two inside candles, to push towards the upside here and look to establish 255 on Apple in the short term. But the immediate short-term target is 250. So we'll see how that goes, see how that plans out. But I believe that this bull flag is going to break and establish some happy bulls for Apple. But in any case, I've been Trade Runner. This is Trading Analytics. Just want to give you guys some insight into what we've been looking at in the market, why the market's been moving the way it has, and to also take a look at some of the most popular and highest moving tickers that we've seen in recent weeks, right? So again, link to our Discord is in the description of this video, as well as in our channel bar. Our 1K to 10K challenge is going swimmingly. Netflix, we did 93% today. We had, tons of other trades. We did almost 300% on Google 2 days ago or yesterday. It's been a blast, been a ton of fun, and I'm super excited with how well it's been going. So we'll catch you guys in the next one. See you guys later.